Hi guys, first of all, welcome to classroom.com. Learning is now social. So I started with music first when I was 18. Spent about 4 years doing music, and then when I was performing at all the schools and colleges, I was inspired by to creating a platform where teachers are empowered to share knowledge. If you notice tuition, let's say there's a teacher in Ampang Point, right? He teaches sejarah, for example, or accounting for SPM, but he can only teach people in Ampang Point, Malawati, people in KL. But if he wanted to share the knowledge outside of KL, was there a platform that existed for them to share knowledge? And there wasn't. So what I did was I shot a bunch of teachers from Ampang Point for UPSL, PC2, and SPM, and then I uploaded it on my website and said, hey guys, guess what? How much you pay for tuition? So kids were telling me, oh, we pay about 200 a month, 150 a month. So I'm, hey, guess what? On my platform, you only pay 20 ringgit a month. You get Cikgu Cemerlang, all subjects, complete syllabus. So 20 ringgit a month for tuition was very, very cheap. So the website sort of went viral last year, and then we sold 51% shares to Kulim Bahar, and we've been expanding ever since. I guess one of the competitive edge that we have at Classroom is we try to get as many Cikgu Cemerlang great teachers on board as possible early on. A lot of platforms out there are mainly LMS, which is learning management systems. There's no platform that really tells the public like, hey, we are in the business of empowering teachers to share knowledge. We are in the business to allow teachers and tutors to make money within the environment of e-commerce. So we're sort of I would say we are the pioneer in that aspect of the business, and I feel like that's what's keeping us to have an edge in the business by focusing on the teachers and Cikgu Cemerlang. To expand the business, ideally I would love to become the Netflix of education, where parents just have to pay like one price every year and they get the best content for their kids to study, learn, and score. I always break it down to three things I've learned in life for the past 6 years of being a musician and then transitioning into doing business and now e-learning. The three things would be, number one, always give back something to your mom. For some reason, I realized that every time I give my mom money, every month, every time I make money, I would give my mom 300 ringgit since back in the days. And for some reason, every time I crash or something bad happens to me, for some reason a new door opens. And I believe partially it's due to the magic power of your mother's prayers. That's number one. Always give back something to your mom, because that will sort of solidify your relationship with him and your riziki. Number two, always be different. Be very, very different. Don't be afraid to go far left or far right. What I mean by that, if you see brands nowadays, like for example Yusuf Tayyub, right? Every year during Ramadan, all you hear is Yusuf Tayyub. There's 40 other brands that sells kurma, but all you hear during Ramadan is Yusuf Tayyub, because they brand it so well, they're so different, and they stand out, and so people will buy their kurma. Or even the famous case of Kupute, Kupute, that lady. It's super annoying for her to do this all the time, and she looks hilarious, but she's so different that she's making 10 million a month. And for example, for myself, I used to go to like Parliament, the Ministry of Education. I'm bald. I know I'm bald. I walk around like a rapper, so I'm very, very different. So people will ask, who is that guy? Why is he so poyo? Who is that guy? And when they ask who you are, that's when you give a name card. They say, hey, my name is Aris or Caprice from classroom.com. Imagine if you walk ramai-ramai with a red tie, songkok at Parliament, like, hey Datuk, how are you? Datuk say hi. No one's gonna care who you are, because you guys look all the same. So for me, it's always be different. Last but not least is to be persistent. You have to just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and knocking on doors as many times as possible. To be honest, I met Tun Mahathir one point in my life, and that sort of changed my whole life when I met him. But to meet him was probably door number 42. But imagine I stopped at door number 20. I stopped asking for sponsorships or people to do business with me. Imagine I stopped at door number 30. or door number 40. You know, when the big door for me was door number 42. So the key to success or whatever is you got to be persistent. You got to keep pushing, knocking on doors, knocking on doors until you get what you want. So that's what I've learned for the past 6-7 years. And yeah, that's what sort of helped me, get to where I am today.